Lee Jones here from Hotspawn, and I'm joined by Florescent after a loss to Fnatic. And I guess let's just start on the match itself. So yeah, what are your immediate thoughts, and what do you think was maybe the difference, especially on split there? It was it was obviously really close. So what do you think was it that maybe gave them the edge?
Definitely just small mistakes on split that cost us a game, but that's how most games go. So we just need to work on that and we need to practice harder.
Hmm. Do you think that's generally been the case for you guys as well? Because I know obviously like the record 0-3 that doesn't look good, but then each match like there's been positives. You've been taking maps like today against Fnatic. You guys were right in there as well. So what do you think is just that thing that maybe is there something that needs to click, or just what is it that will make that difference? Do you think?
I think that we need to be able to be more consistent and grounded in game. Like sometimes things can get super hectic and we're just not as consistent as we need to be and we can't close out the rounds that we need to close out.
Mm. On a lighter note, obviously today was against Chronicle, who you'd said before is like one of your idols, one of your favorite players. So yeah, what was that experience like getting to play against somebody that you've looked up to like that?
Pretty happy. I got to talk to him before the game, and last year in Berlin when I was here for champs, I got to talk to him too, and it was really nice. He's a super cool guy, and he's really insane.
Mhm. I want to talk about just like your own performance and your own kind of journey to get to tier one, because I know like there's been players that obviously come from like you're not like the first person I think to come from Americas, like narrated that last year, but even that its own is like kind of unique. It doesn't happen very often to come to EMEA. Obviously being the first person to come from Game Changers as well. So how have you kind of found settling in with that and like the kind of maybe is there like added pressure with all of that as well?
I'm not really good with pressure. Like I don't get much of that ever. So it's like exciting that I get to have this opportunity, but I mean, kind of lonely here in Berlin.
How do you kind of rate your own play as well? Do you think you've kind of settled in well and been playing well, especially like against Navi, like 70 kills is not too shabby, I suppose.
I don't know. I feel like I need to find out something that's going on. Like I'm not fully settled into Europe, like living here, and I don't know why. Um, but I don't know. I feel like it affects me a little like consistency wise,
Hmm.
because like in NA, I feel like I was super consistent. Like every single game I played was at my peak, but here I feel a little wobbly here and there,
Hmm.
and I just don't know if I'm fully adjusted yet.
I know I was watching the press conference from when you won Game Changers the last time. I know you mentioned there about being a big fan of food and like eating 4 meals a day. Is there something you found so far in Berlin that you quite like? I know that everyone raves about the kebabs.
Nothing, bro. No, nothing. I'm
No.
actually like so sad. I took a small break and went back to NA in between kickoff, and I was so happy. Literally, I feel like I could kiss the ground when I go to NA and just eat so much. Like when I'm here, I don't know, it's not that good.
No, not tried the kebabs or just not a fan.
I'm not a fan of kebabs, but I had like other Turkish food and it's like it's like good, but it's not insane. Like I
Hmm.
miss Canadian food so much.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, well, with obviously, results-wise, as I said, things aren't going too ideal so far. But what has it been like seeing the fan response and kind of seeing the fans hyping you up so much still every game and kind of backing you guys and willing you to do well? Has that been nice to see?
It's definitely nice to have followers that are like so supportive, but kind of hurts letting them down like game after game.
Mhm. Well, I'd say especially with some of the performances you've had, I'm sure they don't feel that way if I'll speak for them. But yeah, I think we can leave it there then, Floor. Thanks very much for your time. I appreciate you chatting after, obviously it can be tough after a defeat. But yeah, thanks very much and best of luck in the rest of stage one.
Yeah, thank you.